Hi, my name is Lala Ameri, and I'd like to talk about my sessions as a therapist specialized in treating trauma and healing cellular memory. Unresolved trauma is the root of virtually every problem that you may have in your life. Whether it's a physical problem, an emotional problem, or any other type of blocks that you may experience in your job, in your business, financially, in your relationships, or any other life situations in your health or any other area in your life. I would like to explain a little bit what I mean by trauma, because when I talk about trauma, many people think it must be something big and dramatic. This is the point of view that comes usually from the medical field. My definition of trauma is way broader than that. It's based on the research in the field of prenatal trauma and perinatal trauma. So everything that you have not digested about whatever has happened to you, that still continues to upset you and affect your mood when you think about it, is a trauma. So with this definition, the range of all possible traumas that you can have, a human being can experience, is really wide. With this definition, there are millions of traumas that we will have during a lifetime, and it's difficult to heal all of them because they have different origins. But not all of those traumas will affect you to the same extent. Most often, there are some traumas that have happened in specific moments in your life, very early in your life, which are conception traumas, in utero traumas, or birth traumas. And they are the most important of those traumas. There are a couple more I will explain a little bit later. But usually these traumas are the initial traumas that have happened to you very early in your life. So they are the root of many other traumas, many recent traumas that you may have experienced in your life. Actually, those recent traumas, we can consider them as a replay of those old traumas. This means that because the negative charges of those initial traumas have still not been dispelled and resolved, they are replayed again and again in your life until you can finally stop this chain of trauma, this chain reaction, this pattern of traumas, because these traumas have been somehow chained together. Traumas with the same vibration, with the same emotional content, are chained together. So it's important to identify the first trauma in the chain and go and treat that trauma, release all the negative charges related to that trauma so that you can feel that trauma. If it's something that you're not really conscious of, usually a conception trauma, it's not something you can recall, but when you can go through different stages of it, with my help of course, and you are comfortable with what has happened, because everything that has happened has been recorded in your body. Your body has the recording of all the feelings you have. And until you can go through all those moments, key moments, and feel that you're at ease with it, you still have things that will replay in your life. Once you can do that, once you are really at ease with what has happened, the feeling of the event, then it is healed and the chain reaction can stop, and you can see a huge difference in your life. Actually, it's way more powerful to go and treat the first trauma of the chain than treating the last trauma that has happened to you, like last week or yesterday because you had a fight with your spouse or anything bad that has happened to you. Usually when we identify the vibration of an older trauma and go back to that trauma and treat that, when the person, I guide them to go back to the recent event, they will notice that the charge of it has dramatically dropped, or sometimes it's completely resolved. It does not bother them at all. So if you want to stop those patterns from repeating in your life, you have to go and treat and resolve those primary traumas. Birth trauma is one of those traumas that are also important, as I explained, and even though your birth may have been totally normal by medical standards, there are still a lot of traumas that can affect the fetus as it goes through the birthing process. Actually, there are many small things that can affect the fetus negatively that we may consider as not a big deal. But you need to really feel what has happened to the fetus as it goes through the birthing process, birthing canal, and the flow of oxygen is limited each time there's a contraction, so you have difficulty breathing, you don't know what is happening to you, you are in a peaceful environment, suddenly everything just was disturbed, your peace and this sense of security has been disturbed, you don't know what is happening, why you are somehow deprived of that peaceful environment, and you're going through this very tight birthing canal. It's difficult and you really have a hard time. When I usually put the person in that moment by just guiding them to follow the body, I ask the body, because as I said, the body has recorded all of these events, it's in your cellular memory already. So when I guide them to re-experience that, they can really feel how bad it felt at that time. And we remove the feelings associated with this trauma, all the emotions that have been trapped in the body, in the cellular memory. According to new discoveries in the field of prenatal trauma and how it affects and conditions your life, birth trauma is itself the consequence of trauma that has happened earlier. As I said, a trauma that has happened in utero, or a trauma that has happened in your conception. These are major developmental events. A developmental event is a stage of fetal growth. So what I do during my sessions is I look at the trauma, at the situation you want to heal. You will choose a subject, one area in your life that you want help with, and we look at different emotions you have, and if we can identify all traumas in your life, traumas that you can recall, we go and treat those events. And sometimes we need to go back to your birth, we need to go back even earlier, and I can put you back in those moments and you can relieve just the emotional content. It's not painful because I have a way to quickly release trauma. You will feel a little discomfort, obviously, because in order to release the emotional content, the negative emotions, you need to feel them. So it's important that you're able to feel your emotions freely. You're not emotionally blocked. If that's the case, unfortunately, this technique will not work for you. I need to work with people who can feel their emotions, who are okay with the fact of going and feeling negative and difficult emotions, because that's the way we can identify root causes that maintain those emotions still in place, and to release those causes and release any other associations that has happened to you that your body has created because of the trauma. And sometimes those associations can be the cause actually of a trauma. Sometimes they are inherited, they come from your lineage. So this is just a short description of what I can do for you and what are my sessions designed to do to quickly help you release emotional trauma and heal from trauma. And when the trauma is healed, you can have access to new resources and a new set of possibilities that you can create and bring into your life that before that session they were blocked. You didn't have access to them because of the trauma. I will be really happy to be able to help you. If you want to work with me, go ahead and contact me to schedule a session on Skype. Have a wonderful day.